The big political story today over the Congress's offer to ferry migrants across Uttar Pradesh. Priyanka Gandhi wrote to Yogi Adityanath. The Yogi Adityanath government in Uttar Pradesh gave permission, but later said that a lot of the diary entries which mention the vehicle numbers belong to two-wheelers and three-wheelers, and therefore they're calling this a charade. At this moment, joining us live from the Bharatpur-Agra border is Devankur Vadhavan. He's on the ground. We'll leave the politics on the side and we'll focus on what really is going on, because this really has been the big political face-off over who's guilty for mishandling the migrant crisis. Here is our lead story tonight.
आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री जी, मैं आपसे निवेदन करना चाहती हूँ, ये राजनीति का समय नहीं है। हमारी बसें बॉर्डर पे खड़ी हैं, हजारों श्रमिक पैदल बगैर खाए पिए दुनिया भर की मुसीबतों को उठाते हुए अपने घर की ओर चल रहे हैं। हमें उनको मदद करने की अनुमति दीजिए, हमारी बसेस को परमिशन दीजिए ताकि हम उनको सही सलामत अपने घर पहुंचा पाए।
Congress General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra urging UP CM Yogi Adityanath to allow 1,000 buses run by Congress to ferry migrants back home. On Monday, the Yogi government accepted the proposal and sought details of the buses and drivers. But on Tuesday, a major controversy erupted when the Uttar Pradesh government claimed that the Congress list of buses had two-wheelers, three-wheelers and cars. The BJP accused the Congress of playing politics over migrants.
जो बस है वो कहीं निकलती है एम्बुलेंस, कहीं निकलती है थ्री व्हीलर, कहीं निकलती है टाटा मैजिक, और ये कहीं और नहीं, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया का जो पोर्टल है, जो वाहन पोर्टल है, उसके अंदर ये जानकारी दी गई है।
आज हम लोग अगर बसों का पैसा देके उनको भेजना चाहते हैं तो यूपी की सरकार उसको आने नहीं दे रही है, और आज आरोप प्रत्यारोप का सवाल ही नहीं है। ये तो सब लटकाने का और डिले करने की एक कोशिश है। अगर नीयत साफ होती तो इस हेल्प को स्वीकार करते।
The Yogi government asked Priyanka to send 500 buses to Ghaziabad and remaining 500 to Noida by 12 p.m. on Tuesday. Priyanka Gandhi later wrote a letter to Yogi government claiming that the Congress buses were stuck at Agra. As the buses continued to be stuck in Agra, the Congress workers staged a protest against the district administration.
पूरा मंत्रिमंडल और पूरी सरकार एक लय से झूठ बोलने का काम कर रही है। प्रत्यक्षम किम प्रमाणम, ये लगातार बसों का रेला इस बात को साबित करता है कि हम बसें लेकर तैयार हैं। अब तक प्रमुख सचिव गृह ने अनुमति नहीं दी कि हम बसों को लेकर उत्तर प्रदेश के गाजियाबाद और नोएडा बॉर्डर पर जा सकें।
The BJP accused Congress of politicizing the migrant crisis, conspiring to send migrants back home when the economy is restarting.
See, the whole thing reeks of political opportunism, of trying to make a political point.
With Nilanshu Shukla, Bureau Report, India Today.
Joining us on the Newstrack tonight, representing the Bharatiya Janata Party, Gaurav Bhatia, representing the Congress, Gaurav Valla. But before we hear from the Netas, I want to go across to our man on the ground. Devankur Vadhavan is at the Agra-Bharatpur border, where you've got all these buses lined up. Has permission been given for these buses? How many buses are there at the border at this time between Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh? How many migrants are there who are waiting to be ferried back? Devankur, fill us in.
Rahul, the political tussle has continued all through the day today, and it has not yet culminated. We are hardly 300 meters away from the Rajasthan-UP border. Agra is hardly 250 to 300 meters from where I'm standing right now, and there is a long queue, Rahul, of buses which have been brought out here from different parts of Rajasthan. Around 350 to 400 buses which came at 10 in the morning are still out here, and it is beyond 8 this evening. There are drivers from different parts, Bharatpur, Dausa, Karoli and other parts of Rajasthan, which are right now stranded because the Agra administration is not allowing them to venture inside Uttar Pradesh. I have some drivers with me, Rahul. I would like to get in a few words quickly. I have Rajendra Singh, who is from Bharatpur. राजेंद्र जी, आप सुबह 10 बजे के यहाँ पर आए हैं. आपको बताया गया है कि क्यों बसें अंदर नहीं जाने दी जा रही हैं?
परमिशन नहीं मिली अभी, यूपी परमिशन नहीं है.
तो हमारी आगरा के एसपी से बात हुई है. उनका कहना है कि एनओसी नहीं है, फिटनेस सर्टिफिकेट नहीं है कुछ बसों के पास. क्या आपके पास है?
पूरे कंप्लीट हैं सारे काम. हाँ, सारे काम कागज कंप्लीट हैं. बीमा फिटनेस आरसी ड्राइवर लाइसेंस.
तो क्या कह रहे हैं, क्यों आपको मना कर रहे हैं? कुछ कांग्रेस के नेताओं ने बताया आपको यहाँ पर कब से खड़ी हुई है बसें आपकी?
9-10 बजे खड़ी हैं यहाँ से.
बताया है कि कब जाने दिया जाएगा यूपी में?
अभी कोई पता नहीं. सारे मंत्री हैं, ऑफिसर हैं, IAS, RPS सब अफसर हैं, पर किसी ने नहीं.
आपके पास सारी क्लियरेंसेस हैं? आपका क्या नाम है?
सिंह.
आप कहाँ से आए हुए हैं?
भरतपुर से.
और आपके पास सर्टिफिकेट सारे हैं, फिटनेस सर्टिफिकेट, एनओसी?
बीमा फिटनेस सब कुछ कंप्लीट, आरसी लाइसेंस.
और आप कितने बजे से आए हुए हैं यहाँ पर?
सुबह 10 बजे के आए हुए हैं.
सुबह 10 बजे के आए.
Thanks, Devankur. That's very important. It sets the stage for this conversation. I want to go across now to Gaurav Bhatia. On the ground, there are at least 350 to 400 buses at the Agra-Bharatpur border, Gaurav, that have been waiting. The drivers say from 9-10 in the morning. The Uttar Pradesh government hasn't given them permission so far. What's really going on? If there are buses that are lining up at the border, if there are migrants who are waiting, why are we wasting time on vehicle fitness certificates, no objection certificates, whether the driver has a license? Why get caught in this Sarkari Babugiri? I can't hear you, Gaurav. Give me a moment. I think we may be on mute or something. Just unfix that. Gaurav is the producer of his own live show, as it were. Till then, let me get in a... Gaurav, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Fantastic. I hear you well now. Welcome. 350 buses waiting just at the Rajasthan Uttar Pradesh border. A total of 879 buses waiting. You're asking for fitness certificates, no objection certificates, driver licenses. Why can't you give them permission to ferry these migrants back home?
So Rahul, first of all, what Priyanka Vadra Gandhi is indulging in right now is nothing but a political gimmick and a stunt, just like the Congress party is used to. You are saying, why don't you give them permission? Let me first start by saying that on 16th, this offer was made by Priyanka Vadra Gandhi. For 3 days, they did not do anything. Yogi Adityanath ji, when he said that I have been asking for a list and the Congress party is not providing a list, then they sprung into action and prepared a list, which you have also shown, has around 140 vehicles, which are either two-wheelers, three-wheelers, ambulances or trucks. Now, the point is of safety, and the second point is that this is the time of COVID crisis. So safety comes first. We cannot allow the migrant workers to be treated like goods, and then they be transported through these trucks. Second,
no, one second. I have that entire... Oh, 1 second, Gaurav Bhatia. Let's take it bit by bit. You're making a big deal about auto rickshaws and two-wheelers and how some of them are autos and three-wheelers, which is fine. I have this. Point. So out of the vehicles, there are 4 auto vehicles. There are so there are a total of 31 auto walas.
No, there are 140
and there are 879 buses out of the total of 1,049 buses. So, but the fact is there are 879 buses. Why don't you give those buses permission to ferry?
Right. So my first point, I think, stands proved that 170 vehicles, the list that was provided just because of a political stunt, and it has two-wheelers, four-wheelers and trucks included. Now the second point regarding 879. First of all, Motor Vehicles Act and motor vehicle rules make it mandatory that every bus should have a certificate that it is testified, it is in a state that it can transport the migrant laborers. Second, it's also about safety. Now, the letter written by Priyanka Vadra Gandhi, and I have it in my hand, she clearly said that at 12 noon, these buses will reach the Ghazipur-Noida border and the Ghaziabad border. So I asked, if they were to reach at 12 noon the Ghaziabad border and the Noida border, 1,000 of them, why did they reach Agra now? Don't you think the administration also is busy with a lot of other work also? And now
no, all this may be true, Gaurav Bhatia, all this may be true. 1 second, pause and think of what you're saying. There are at least 879 buses by your own admission that are now ready to go. The 350 buses at Agra, Bharatpur that are ready. Why don't you give them permission?
Okay.
What's the hold up?
Rahul, who will certify that the driver there has a valid driving license? Second, they are fit as per the fitness certificate given by the prescribed authority. Would the Congress give the certificate or India Today would do that? You tell me. It is a matter of life and we have to ensure that all rules are followed.
Okay, one second. After you've checked for certificates, why then can't they be given permission? Okay, so fair enough. Let's concede that you want to check whether the vehicles are fit to run. Now you've checked those. Why now not give permission for these vehicles to fly?
So far. No. Rahul, I think you're missing the point. The buses were to reach the Ghaziabad and the Noida border and proper staff and all the preparation work was done there.
This is so let me put that question to Gaurav Vallabh. Your basic point so far is, आपने बोला Ghaziabad आएंगे, आपने भेज दिया Agra. What's going on, Gaurav Vallabh? This is fair. If you've got the district bandobast in Ghaziabad all primed to receive these Congress buses, you send them off to Agra. Now Gaurav Bhatia is saying, boss, we are waiting for you here. Why have they gone off to Agra?
Rahul, your own reporter had shared the clip that from 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning, there are 500 plus buses at the Agra border. And now buses can't fly. Buses has to move on the road. So while moving to Ghaziabad, they have to enter the Uttar Pradesh boundary and then they have to reach the Ghaziabad because buses can't fly like aeroplanes. I just want to tell Gaurav Bhatia.
That's a fair point. No, 1 second. That's a very fair point. Let Gaurav Bhatia respond to that. Before you go any further, let Gaurav Bhatia respond. If you look at the map of India, if you hope to get from Bharatpur to Ghaziabad, you have to go through Uttar Pradesh and you've stopped these buses. You're saying Congress ki buses there. Not looking at them as relief buses. You're saying Congress ki buses, you've stopped them at the border. How are they supposed to get to Ghaziabad? Ask Gaurav Vallabh. Respond, Gaurav Bhatia.
Yeah, thank you. So first of all, I have a tweet of Priyanka Vadra Gandhi on the 16th of this month.
No, one second. Let's come to the point. I'm trying to get specifics here. Let's come to the point that you raised, Gaurav Bhatia. You said the buses were supposed to reach Ghaziabad. Why have they reached Agra? Gaurav Vallabh replies very simply saying to get to Ghaziabad, they have to go through Bharatpur, Agra. If you stop them there, how will they get there? Respond just to this point.
Yes, just to this point, and I hope you will bear with me, the point that I am making on your question itself. First of all, on 16th itself, I have a tweet of Priyanka Vadra Gandhi. She said 1,000 buses are lined up at the UP border, Ghaziabad and Noida. After 3 days, it turns to be Agra border. Second, I have another letter of 19th of May 2020 written by Priyanka Vadra Gandhi's assistant. And what does she say? She says that at 12 noon, 1,000 buses will reach Ghaziabad border as well as Noida border. Did we stop her from mentioning that these buses will come from Rajasthan and will reach the Agra border and please allow them to reach the Ghaziabad border and the Noida border? Please understand. Second, you know, the basic question here is, in the Congress ruled states of Rajasthan, there are migrant laborers and Uttar Pradesh government is ensuring that they come back to Uttar Pradesh. In Maharashtra, Punjab, what have they done?
No, one second. I am on the issue of the day. 1 second. Maharashtra is a separate issue. We've dealt with it separately. I'll deal with it again.
Rajasthan, Punjab,
I want to deal now. 1 second. You said earlier, according to Gaurav Bhatia, on the 16th you had vehicles waiting at Ghaziabad. Now, how did they go back to Agra and Bharatpur? This is a bizarre conversation because it will take only 2 or 3 hours to go from Bharatpur to Ghaziabad. But nonetheless, let's get to it. If they'd already reached Ghaziabad, how have they now reached Agra and Bharatpur? Why are you wasting the time of the Yogi Adityanath administration? Do you, Gaurav Vallabh, think they have nothing better to do?
Rahul, see the arguments he is giving, that fitness certificate. Buses are fit, but Yogi Adityanath is unfit to govern UP. Modi ji is not fit to govern the country.
No, this is again one second. Now this is political rhetoric.
I'm coming.
What is your task? Your task is to help migrants. Whether Modi is fit or unfit is not your business, Gaurav Vallabh. The people of India had to decide. They decided in 2019. Let's get specifics.
Rahul ji, please, Rahulji, please give me the equal opportunity. Sure. Rahulji, the question which you had asked about and the arguments which they are giving, that fitness, even your reporter is showing that all buses are having fitness certificates. He had shown 2 drivers in short conversations. And they are having fitness, they are having driving license. 879, UP government is telling. I am telling, forget about what had happened. Please allow, it's not important that whether what happened on 16, 17, allow them right now, because right now we have to help the people so that they should reach their homes in a good health and safety.
No, that's a good point. Here's what we've established, that there is 1 ambulance, 1 school bus, 1 truck, 2 autos, 1 private car, 2 Tata Safaris. All this is true. All of this together adds to 70 plus 69 plus 31. That's about 170. Leave them on the side. You still have 879 fully certified buses that are now ready to go. You've got migrants queuing up. इन्हीं को permission दो ना गौरव भाटिया. Forget, you proved a point. The Congress didn't know how to make a list. They goofed it up. They've got some buses there. They've got autos there. They've got all kinds of things. Leave that aside. Give permission to the 879 buses. Why hasn't that been done?
Yes. Rahul, this is not about political point scoring. And yes, as you were saying, Yogi Adityanath ji is a very sensitive chief minister. He's been working day and night to ensure that
you're not responding to my question. It's 8 p.m. tonight.
I am.
Why has permission not been given to these 879 buses so that they can ferry migrants? Respond just to this question, Mr. Bhatia.
Just to this question I'm responding. That now, since the base has been shifted to Agra, and if it is not shifted again to some other border, Yogi Adityanath ji will definitely take cognizance of it. We will ensure that these buses are thoroughly checked, social distancing norms are maintained, they are sanitized, and after that they will be used.
No, and one second. Can I, and this is also, one second, both Gaurav Bhatia and Gaurav Vallabh need to just pause, because I want to show a report put together by the India Today investigation team. Now look at what Gaurav Bhatia is stressing on. No objection certificates, whether the drivers have a license, whether the vehicles are fit, whether social distancing is maintained. All this they want to check. But see, as our investigative reporters show you, the conditions in which other migrants have been traveling. You've got these buses piled up, but just see the conditions in which migrants have been forced to travel, how they are being fleeced, how they're being packed into buses, into trucks, into containers like sardines. And there no one is checking whether they have no objection certificates, whether they have fitness certificates, whether the drivers have licenses, whether social distancing is being maintained. The answer to all those questions is one big fat NO. Here's the proof.
In the belly of truck-mounted concrete mixers, on bicycles, a desperate trudge of hundreds of miles. India Today goes behind these agonizing pictures at the transit stations of human cargo. Dozens of migrant workers from Bihar in a dingy shanty at Delhi's Azadpur Mandi. Waiting for a truck, sitting cramped, with flip-flops on their feet and bags on their laps. This trucker has charged between 2,500 to 3,000 rupees per passenger. A suffocating 20-hour journey ahead in a container. No ventilation, leave alone social distancing. When our reporter, posing as a factory worker, probed the truckers, this is the deal he was offered.
रास्ते में कहीं फंसे हुए ना वो अपना में हुआ तक गड़ी हुई दिए जमनाहा तक हुई दिए ताजपुर तक गड़ी हुई दिए कितने लोगों को बैठा 60 आदमी खुल के रहे एक बार खुलते हाजीपुर के लिए महुआ देखो खुल गए दो खुल गए जो 2 गाड़ी आज भेज दी हां दिन में हां
Misery, pushes the country's workforce in the unorganized sector to the edge. With Shramik Express trains being the only mode of transport, that too on demand from state governments. This is how millions of bedraggled migrants opted to travel like freight, shelling whatever cash they had to be able to get back to their villages. This man is another trucker bound to Kolkata from Delhi's Azadpur Mandi. He shuttles between the two cities, ferrying vegetables, fruits, medical supplies. But during the lockdown, he also carried stowaways. This is how he transported them from Delhi to as far as Jharkhand. Migrants lying flat on top of the truck's tarpaulin roof.
पहले कैसे लेके गए थे आप? पहले गए थे ऊपर लेटा के गए थे। कहाँ ले गए थे? बरई। बरई कहाँ पड़ता है? बरई झारखंड।
The truckers offered the same space to India Today's reporter for a tedious journey to Kolkata.
भाई देखो 7 लोग हैं हमारे, 7 लोगों के कितने में? हमने आपसे प्रति आदमी 3500 रुपए बोला था। अच्छा। आपको जो खुशी लगे वो दे दीजिए हमें। चल देते हैं हम भी। सारे आदमी जो हैं तो कलकत्ते ही जाएंगे ना। हाँ सारे कलकत्ते। अपने बंदे को समझा देना। अपने बंदे को आप समझा देना। वहाँ पे आराम से मोबाइल अपना स्विच ऑफ करके लेट जाए, कोई दिक्कत नहीं। मोबाइल क्यों स्विच ऑफ करना है? साइलेंट पता लगे साइलेंट कर देंगे। पता लगेगा कि बैरियर लगा है। उनका मोबाइल उधर चिल्लाने लगा। पुलिस वाला बोल दिया अबे मोबाइल ऊपर कहाँ से चिल्ला रहा है? सब ऊपर रहेंगे। ऊपर छत पे? हाँ लेट जाओ आराम से। तो छत पे फिर वो कैसे पकड़ में नहीं आएगा? छत पे कहाँ पे पकड़ के आएगा?
An alarming social emergency. And a glaring spotlight on the plight of the country's demographic dividend. So far, around 800 trains carrying migrants have run over the past fortnight. Around 100 are now operating every day. The Prime Minister Cares Fund has also earmarked rupees 1,000 crore for the migrant labour. But for the workforce rendered jobless and waiting to go home for 50 days, patience is running out. Special report by Mohammad Hizbullah for India Today's special investigation team.
I want the netas on this show and everyone watching to see these pictures very closely. Here's a truck. I can count at least 24 people in that truck. Let's just go in. Let's show these full frame, because I think every neta and every babu who's asking for no objection certificates, driver license, social distancing, needs to square with the reality of what's been happening so far. And I hope that Gaurav Bhatia is seeing this very, very carefully, because here are some trucks, some vehicles, some buses in which our migrants have been plying. They've been in cement containers, they've been packed like sardines, packed to the rafters in these trucks. यहाँ तो आपने नहीं पूछा गौरव जी कि आपके पास NOC है, certificate है. You know, so far trucks have been plying like this. Suddenly when an offer is made, because it comes from a political adversary, you want to check every comma, every full stop.
So Rahul, first of all, the report that your channel was showing was from Azadpur Mandi in Delhi, the transport department.
So one second, this is representative and this has been happening everywhere, and surely you will not say that this is not happening in Uttar Pradesh.
Can I complete my point?
Go ahead, sir.
Please. Thank you. So the Azadpur Mandi video and investigative video that you showed, basically that comes under the Delhi government. And I think that this is something that actually troubles you. It pains you. It's not about doing politics, but an illegality cannot be perpetuated. Just because you are showing this, are you suggesting that we should allow all?
No, sir, I'm not saying that. I'm saying when these buses were plying in the large parts of India which you run, and surely this is not just Azadpur Mandi, this is happening in every part of our country. That time, why didn't you ask for all the certificates that you're asking for now? So, why are you wasting time at this moment and not allowing for the migrants to be ferried back? Who's guilty of playing politics?
No, I will tell you who's guilty. We have brought back around 10 lakh migrant workers from various states. And through buses, we have brought around 80,000 workers and around 9 lakhs odd plus from the trains. Now, all rules have been followed. I think you should appreciate the fact that
So
UP
one second, I want you to see those pictures again. Just play them, because when he says rules are being followed, I want you to see these pictures. Just watch the image that's on the screen right now. There are at least 24 people in that truck. There is no social distancing. They're all lying on the ground. Which rules have been followed, Mr. Bhatia here? Which rules are you talking about?
I'm asking you a question. These pictures are from which state? Will you answer?
Sir, some of these pictures are from Uttar Pradesh, some of them are from Madhya Pradesh, some are from Maharashtra.
Are you saying this picture is from Uttar Pradesh?
I'm saying this is representative of what's happening, and these pictures, yes, are from every state of the country, and everywhere migrants are having to suffer. And if it doesn't make your blood boil, and if you're going to throw a no objection certificate or a driving license in my face, I will say that's bad form, Mr. Bhatia.
Okay.
That's not the way you should be treating our migrants.
Yes. The way we should be treating our migrants is that the central government has started Shramik trains. 1,400 of them have already covered the entire journey. In UP alone, 10 lakh migrants have reached their destination. And this has been done by ensuring social distancing, by sanitizing the trains and the buses.
Sir,
and we will not risk a single human life.
I'm asking you about the images where these buses were plying all across the country. That time no one is checking for social distancing, no one is checking for no objection certificates.
If it is from Rajasthan or Maharashtra,
that's the point. And why I'm laboring this, one second, why I'm laboring this, and that's important for our viewers to understand, is because this is happening everywhere. Koi doodh ka dhula nahi hai. This is happening in Rajasthan, this is happening in Gujarat, it's happening in Maharashtra, it's happening in Madhya Pradesh, it's happening in Uttar Pradesh.
You know, it's
and
a strange
therefore,
point, Rahul, that
when someone like a Gaurav Bhatia says,
respect for you, but are you saying that we should flout norms? We should not maintain
no, sir,
social
I'm not saying
distancing.
that. You're completely missing the point that I'm making.
I do not agree with that.
I am
that may be your point of view.
Mr. Bhatia, that's not the point I'm making. I'm saying laws should apply equally everywhere. You shouldn't hold up a rule book to Priyanka Gandhi because she's sending a bus which comes from the opposition and allow for people to be fleeced by these truck drivers and by others who are now using this as an opportunity to make money. Did you see that investigation? 4,000, 3,000, 2,000 rupees. These people haven't been paid for 50 days and you've got people charging them money. Is that even appropriate, Mr. Bhatia?
It is not.
What have you done so far to try and stop that?
That is why I say we will not do politics over it. But if Yogi Adityanath ji's government is ensuring that these buses are certified, that they're in a condition to run on the roads, and we don't risk the migrants' life, you cannot object to it. That is my only point.
Okay. For all the violations that we've shown so far, which have happened in different states of our country, what have you done about it so far?
I will tell you.
Tell me. I'm listening.
Yes. In Uttar Pradesh also, I've told you that the state buses that function, and we have been able to get back around 75,000 using the state buses from Uttar Pradesh. I'm just talking about Uttar Pradesh. Every rule was followed. And if there was a bus which was not in a condition to be run, that was not allowed to run. Because please understand, yes, it is very important that these migrants reach their home, but it is equally important they reach safely. What happened when Auraiya accident happened? In Bharatpur, Rajasthan, the police forced these migrant workers to get into a truck, and later the
okay, I've just got breaking news, and this is important to our conversation. I want to take our viewers through this. There's been an FIR that's been filed against Priyanka Gandhi's personal secretary Sandeep Singh. The UP government says that this FIR is to do with the list of buses that were sent to the Yogi administration. Sandeep Singh has been charged with dhokadhadi, which is fraud. He says that you've got autos, ambulances and bikes which are mentioned in this. Gaurav Vallabh, you must respond. FIR information breaking right now live on the Newstrack that the buses, the numbers that were supplied didn't match the numbers that you gave, and some of them are buses, ambulances, trucks, autos, private cars, and that now there is an FIR against Sandeep Singh.
So Rahul, what one can expect from Adityanath ji? Because he had completely failed. So it is expected. It's not, you can put him behind the bar.
What's the point of this FIR, Gaurav Bhatia? If there is a procedural lapse, you knock those off. You got 879 buses, allow them to ply. That's what anybody who actually wants to find a solution would do. What's the point of this FIR?
Okay, so Rahul, I have only two quick points to make. First of all, I am a senior advocate also. I wouldn't like to comment without seeing the copy of the FIR and the contents. I can only comment after seeing the FIR. But yes.
Does it sound a bit absurd to you, this FIR?
Rahul, let me complete my point. I request you, please. The absurdity or the illegality of the FIR can be only judged by the court, not by any channel, not by me. And second, what Lallu Singh, the president of the Congress, was doing, was it again justified? There is 144 that has been invoked, and he has also been, detained now. Can you ask the Congress spokesperson that is it appropriate for a national party that the state president goes, he violates 144, he does not adhere to social distancing? Is he setting the right
As
example?
a lawyer, you are shifting the debate. An FIR has been filed. If I were to come to you and say, okay, I sent a list, 140 of those names are, 170 of the numbers are wrong, 879 are okay, does this merit an FIR? Or you knock off the names that are wrong and get on with what needs to be done, which is the task of saving our migrants, and leave the politics for another day, Mr. Bhatia?
Rahul, if you are soliciting my advice, I will reserve it for my party and for the governments that I represent, rather than giving it to you on your channel. And second, I have not read the contents of the FIR. How can I advise without even reading the FIR? I do not have the capability.
Okay, I'm out of time. Gaurav Vallabh, final words. Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kanwal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.